Hello and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for some prelim fights for UFC 262. First off, let's go over just quickly, nothing, I'm not going to, ramble on about it. But I'm going to go over last week's UFC Vegas 26 card. I did have a winning weekend, as in I went plus money, but thankfully I got some good parlays. That's what happened because, let me explain. Totally, I went 5-4. Doesn't sound that great, but that Ludovic Klein, that was a trap. It's a trap! It's a trap! It was a trap. I think that was like the bookies got that was a gimme for the bookies. It seems like they always get like a robbery decision that would just mess up so many parlays, and Ludovic Klein was the biggest favorite on the card, so I should have been smarter than that. I should have saw the insight and not put it in so many parlays as my lock. Lesson learned though, and you know what, it didn't kill a lot because I did parlays without Ludovic Klein, thankfully. Yeah, that unfortunately Maurice Green didn't pan out. Kyle Dawkins, same, didn't pan out. They both lost by decision. I did win Ju Young Park and Carlston Harris. That was a parlay that did cash in for me. Not a lot though. I didn't play a lot on that one. And then I got the Neil Magny, Gregor Gillespie. God bless Gregor Gillespie, the fisherman there. Those guys. So this one, because the Amanda Ribas, the COVID thing, this sheet here, this parlay paid out. Of course, not as well because the Amanda Ribas was out of it. But still, the other two fights panned out on that. And I do make a parlay for every video. It just the number, the earnings went down. And finally, I did have Michelle Waterson for the upset, and she did not get it. So anyway, 5-4 last weekend, not terribly bad. Could have done worse, but I could have done better too. So I'm going to work on that this week. Let's go. I'm going for that. I'm in the pursuit for that perfect parlay. I try to get it every week. I do put a little bet on it since my boys over at Perfect Parlay Pursuit, I was doing that before, but now I'm doing more bigger. Like they do a lot of 6-7 leg parlays. I pick 5, do 5 leg parlays, and then I round robin it. Like make different combinations of 3 leg parlay fights out of those 5 confident picks. Unfortunately, last week the Ludovic Klein was one of those 5 picks, and so all the parlays with him included were just destroyed because of that. But I did come out on top when it was all said and done. Not a lot, but a little bit plus money. Okay, let's get into these. Now, these, I went by the original Tapology fight order, but I know this Schnell Bontorin is now higher up the card. It's not one of the early prelims, but let's get into it anyway, since I've already started the research and stuff. So, the curtain opener, we've got Sean Soriano taking on Christos Giagos. Giagos is the favorite here, minus 225. These odds aren't even available on BetOnline or Bovada. I had to go to bestfightodds.com, and they show this available on 5 dimes and some other thing I don't use. But anyway, they have the Sean Soriano coming as an underdog. He's 14-6. He was training out of Black Zillions, but now he trains out of Sanford MMA exclusively with Kamaru Usman. So I've heard they've been in each other's, they've been there for each other, and they are training partners down in Sanford MMA. His last fight was a win in, Sean Soriano, he was in the UFC. He went on a couple fight skid, like I think 0-2 or 0-3 in the UFC, so they kicked him back out. Then he went to UAE, United Arab Emirates, over UAE Warriors, in Abu Dhabi and went on a little tear there, so they welcomed him back. So he is now coming off a win against Naid Lahat over UAE Warriors, and he's found his way back to the UFC, and he found a new home in Sanford MMA. He does have a 1-inch height advantage, nothing to brag about, okay? He's taking on Christos Giagos. Christos Giagos, the Spartan. Now that's the third Spartan I know of. We got him, we have Cody Stamen, and we have that guy, Michaelides. They're all Spartan. But anyway, Christos Giagos, the Spartan, he's coming off a win against Carlton Minus. Take that for what you will. It's Carlton Minus. He trains out of, according to Tapology, trains out of Black House MMA with the likes of Lyoto Machida and Brian Ortega, both fight out of Black House in Gardena, California. The Spartan does have half-inch reach advantage, but you know he's got a disadvantage for the height and inch. So the half-inch, who cares? That doesn't make any difference. He is the favorite here at -225 with a record of 18-8. Let me get out of the way. I heard there's people complaining about, oh, you're standing right in front of the boards. Where do you want me to stand, bud? Where do you want me to stand? So anyway, we got Soriano plus 175 underdog. Giagos, I don't know. He's a -225 favorite. The odds on the over-under are not available yet. Like I said, these odds aren't even on BetOnline or Bovada. Those are the sites I use. So let's get into it. I do have picks. Let's start with the favorite in Christos Giagos. We've got the MMA Guru. That's the one with the knit cap out of the UK. He always has his picks up early. He's taken Giagos for the win here. Then we have MMA Experts. That's AJ DeVito. I did watch the early Bellator with him last week on his, because he does watch longs, and that was last Friday. I watched, and he said, "Hey, do you guys know how old I am?" And I guessed 27. AJ, I retract that guess. He never announced his age. I think you're like much younger. I think you're like 23 now that I look over. 23, 24. Anyway, I like AJ DeVito. MMA Experts. He's a cool dude. He doesn't pay no mind to the trolls in the chat and stuff. I like that. Stand up dude. He's saying Giagos by decision here. Well, he did mention that in his thing. He doesn't really give methods, but I do believe he said he thinks he's gonna win by decision. Then we've got Parlay Punch. This is only Matt because Josh is in Hawaii enjoying a little bit of vacay, from my understanding. So Matt is doing the show by himself, and he's taking Christos Giagos. And he's taking the Spartan, one of many Spartans. This is Sparta! Says Christos. They should make their own team, the Spartan team. But who to say man, forgot, I listed them all too. Anyway, who cares? Back to this. Parlay Punch Matt. And then we've got Tiger Bomb. Tiger Bomb was split on this, actually. They usually don't split, but this one they disagreed. Tiger Bomb Jose, he's not betting this, but he will lean Giagos, and his bet would probably be the over, he said. But right now odds aren't listed on over-under, so we'll just leave it. Jose from Tiger Bomb's taking Giagos. And obviously, his counterpart, Gianni, is taking Sean Soriano. He wasn't adamant about it, and he didn't say a method, but he did say Soriano. And finally, it's your boy, eBay's put out his picks today too, and eBay's fight predictions is also taking Soriano, and he said he did not say method. But he doesn't have to at plus 175 favorite. You don't have to say the method because you're plus money. So anyway, we've got Christos Giagos with 4 cappers picking him. And we've got only two people taking Soriano. My pick here, I'm going to go with, who did I think I took, let me see who I circled. First model. And the research I did today has not swayed me from first model. So first model, I took Christos Giagos. What I do is I go through the entire thing and I make my first before research picks, my pre-research picks off just past knowledge and stats like on Tapology. Kind of what James Lynch does. So all transparency. I don't watch fights. I don't have time for that. I'm going by past knowledge, cappers, and Tapology stats. So I'm going Christos Giagos, the Spartan. I'm not very confident with this pick, but I think he should be able to get it done. I'm going to take him to get it done by decision for Tapology purposes, and he's going to probably be a decent parlay piece. So, I don't like this fight though. I'm not confident at all with it. Moving on, moving up the card, actually way up the card, jumping up to the upper prelim fights. We've got Matt Dangerous Schnell taking on Rogerio Bontorin. Schnell is minus 160 favorite according to Bet Online. Rogerio Bontorin a plus 140 underdog. Matt Schnell he's fighting out of an American Top Team. I wrote down, they got ton of activity there. Listen to all these people with fights forecasted in the next couple months, okay? We got Renato Moicano. He's fighting Jai Herbert. We've got Chris Guchmacher out of American Top Team fighting Rafa Garcia. We have Claudio Silva fighting Court McGee. We have Edson Barboza on this card right here fighting Shane Burgos. We have Dustin Poirier fighting Conor McGregor. And Santiago Ponzinibbio is fighting Miguel Baeza. These are just to name what I could fit in this little area. They got like 4 other fighters that are UFC professionals that do have upcoming fights too that I just didn't have room to write down. Anyway, American Top Team, known debatably the best training facility in the United States, or North America if you want to compete against TriStar. It's American Top Team, So, Matt Dangerous Schnell is coming off a split decision win over Tyson Nam. He does have a 3-inch and a 5.5-inch reach advantage over Rogerio Bontorin. Rogerio Bontorin is fighting out of Brazil, the Jail Ribeiro team. Listen to this. There are 2 UFC pros fighting out of there that I recognized, and they're both actively fighting. They have Wellington Turman's fighting Bruno Silva, and Augusto Sakai fights out of there, and he's fighting Jairzinho Rozenstruik within the next couple months. So, little activity in that Brazilian facility down there. Rogerio Bontorin comes in with a record of 16-3, not bad. He's coming off a loss against Kai Kara France. He got caught with a TKO in round 1. I guess leading up to that knockout, though, he was holding his own on the ground, I believe I heard. I don't know. That's one I remember I took Kai Kara France in that fight, and he did pay out for me, but I don't remember much of the fight. I might have to rewatch that if I have time, which I don't. So I'm going by cappers. I'm going by what the cappers have to say. And let's see what the cappers have to say in this fight. We've got taking the favorite, Matt Schnell. We've got it's your boy, Ebays. Ebays is on Matt Danger Schnell to get it done. Then jumping over here, we've got the AJ DeVito, MMA experts. He's taking Bontorin experts. Did he say how? He did not. He usually doesn't. When he's a little bit older, he will. Like I said, on his thing, I said 27. Now I've been thinking about it. Man, I'm way out. I think he's like 22, 23. Anyway, Rogerio, Bontorin. Also taking Matt Schnell. We've got the MMA Guru. MMA Guru, the one with the knit cap from the UK. He is saying by decision for Matt Danger Schnell. I love that Guru comes out quick. He does content every day, just like me. And he comes out with his picks quick. I know come Monday morning, I can rely on seeing MMA Guru's picks up there. For the whole card, starting with the early prelims, going to the main event, we've got, that's how he starts out every show. It's great. I love it. MMA Guru, he's saying by decision. Then we've got the Parlay Punch, Matt. Parlay Punch. Matt is also taking Bontorin. Let's see what the Bontorin's the younger. He's 29, and Schnell's 31. So no discrepancy of age. Then we've got, for the tiebreaker, we've got Tiger Bomb. That's Johnny and Jose from Tiger Bomb MMA, and they have the best background pictures. They find these pictures when they're discussing the fights and breaking them down. In the background, they show pictures of the opponents that they're talking about, of the fighters, and they always show them in these compromised situations, like either getting punched in the face or getting tapped out or knocked out. They just show them in the worst possible light. I love that. Great entertainment. Anyway, Tiger Bomb, both are on the side of Matt Schnell here, and they're both taking Matt Schnell. Jose and Johnny taking him by decision. They're both in agreement there. So Tiger Bomb by decision. By the way, all these links will be in the description. Be sure to check these guys out. Check them all out. Subscribe to them if you haven't. They're good stuff there. Good stuff. My pick here, I'm also going to have to go with Matt Danger Schnell. I like Schnell. I've been high on. He's been winning some upsets lately. I think he was the underdog against Tyson Nam, and I think I did take him on against Tyson Nam, and it paid out. So I, stick with what works, right? And what working right now for me is Matt Schnell. Rogerio Bontorin, it worked going against him when I took Kai Kara France. So stick with what works, right, baby? So I'm taking Danger Schnell, and might as well go with the cappers on method and say decision. We got three out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cappers saying by decision. eBay's taking Schnell. He didn't say how, but Anyway, so moving on up the card. Well, actually moving back down the card to the second prelim fight. That's why the order's a little messed. But we've got Kevin, the Angel of Death. That's one of the best Slayer songs ever. Has heavy guitar on it. Anyway, Kevin, Angel of Death, Aguilar, taking on Tucker, Top Gun, Lutz, or Lutz. Lutz, I think, that's how I'm going to say it. Kevin Aguilar, the Angel of Death, has a 1-inch reach advantage, fighting out of Longview MMA Tech team in Texas, and Team 515. Both those on Tapology, pulled them up. Did not see anybody I recognized. He's coming off a loss to Charles Rosa, Boston Strong, split decision loss to Charles Rosa, and he's on a 3-fight losing streak. His opponent, the favorite, by the way, these guys are both negative money. That means it's pretty much coin flip even odds at pretty much. Aguilar minus 105, Lutz minus 115. Tucker, Lutz, Top Gun. What's that one? Highway to the Danger Zone. Top Gun. Anyway, Kenny Loggins. That's who that. Whenever I see Top Gun, go right to the, you know, the music, right to the album from then, the Kenny Loggins. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. Tucker Lutz is making his UFC debut. He's coming off a Contender Series win against Sherrod Blackledge. Sherrod Blackledge. Before that, he was in the Shogun Fights. That's a regional scene out of the Baltimore, Maryland area. He fights out of Shattuck MMA and Ground Control Academy. Ground Control Academy has Jesse Stern fights out of there. That's maybe a name you might remember, you might have heard of before. So we'll start with taking the slight favorite in Tucker Lutz. Slight favorite. We've got Tiger, Bomb. Both guys are taking Lutz by decision. Jose and Johnny for Lutz. Then jumping back over here, we've got it's your boy eBay's. He's taking Aguilar. See, he said just gut feeling. Something's telling him take Aguilar in this. Then we've got Matt from Parlay Punch. He's saying Aguilar by decision. He thinks his back is against the wall or the cage. He thinks he's cornered. This is a must-win fight if he wants to stay in the UFC. I have to agree with him. He's on a 3-fight skid, losing skid. You know, his last fight was against Charles Rosa. He lost split decision. Charles Rosa's a middling lightweight. So, anyway, he's got a point there, Matt does. You know, this is you gotta go all out, do it all. You gotta win this to stay in. It's a win or go home fight for Aguilar. Tucker Lutz, MMA Guru is taking Lutz also by decision. And finally, AJ DeVito is the tiebreaker with his pick. Who's he gonna take? Is he taking Aguilar, the Angel of Death? Dun, 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 dun. Or is he taking Highway to Danger Zone Top Gun? He is taking Top Gun. He's taking Tucker Lutz. MMA experts AJ DeVito is saying Top Gun by decision. All right, Goose. Let's bomb him. Anyway, I don't know. I'm horrible with Top Gun references. But anyway, my pick here, I'm going to have to go, man, I don't like taking UFC debutantes, but this guy, Kevin Aguilar, he's on, the ages. Aguilar, not much older, 32, still prime. Lutz, 26, even better prime age. This is a tough coin flip fight for me. I might have to do this one last look live pick, but right now I'm going to go with the capital majority and the one loss guy, Tucker Lutz. Nothing saying not to go with him. He seems like he's a better camp, all that. So I'm going to take Top Gun, Tucker Lutz to get it done. Look at decision. Might as well, you know. That's why I do the show. That's how one of my models. Look at decision for everybody. So speaking of that, let's recap. Time check. Sweet. to recap, I got Christian Giagos, the Spartan, beating Sean Soriano by decision. Then I've got out of order Matt Danger Schnell beating Rogerio Bontorin, also by decision. And finally, Tucker Lutz, the UFC debutant, fighting out of the Contender Series to give Kevin Aguilar his walking papers out the door into a lesser promotion than the UFC, sending him on a 4-fight losing skid, dropping him to 17-5. So there you have it. Gather the info. Place those bets and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Give me that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the share. Hit the bell. All that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Good luck on these bets, and I'll see you tomorrow, next episode for some more prelim breakdowns.